paint a picture of what it looks like if our power grid were to go down.
Two different amplifiers. If it's nationwide, then you don't have Houston able to help out Louisiana as an example. Then we have to count on France. Talking about something longer than a couple days. If this happens 6 to 9 months, amplifies it 1,000 to 1,000,000 fold. If we truly have an outage that is nationwide that lasts 9 months, the EMP Commission mandated by U.S. Congress has much more authority and better funding than a congressional committee. They found that as many as 90% of Americans would die. 300 million.
Yeah. Wiped off the map, just like that. And how long did you say that would take?
9 months.
Paint a picture of what it looks like if
9 months, man. And it's looking like this can happen a lot sooner than later. All right, first off, I'm going to give all praises, glory, honor, and power that's due unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who are well and who I learned this truth from, and salutations to you brothers, stiffly pushing this one truth, risking both your lives and freedoms to do so, and shalom to the rest of the elect, as well as Israelites who may look like the heathen, as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of the Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, this is your brother Chagabar, man. And yeah, man, these blackouts are coming, man. You had this article that you see in front of you that I wanted to touch on, because what's interesting about it is that they were saying how the sun's activity could peak 2 years early. All right, because they're saying we're entering into the time of a solar maximum. So, you know, the sun putting off more heat than usual. And they're warning, you know, they've been warning about different CMEs and solar flares to knock out satellites and the power grids and cause, you know, the internet to go out. All right. Well, now, what was supposed to happen in 2025 is supposed to happen by the end of this year. Okay. They're warning that this deal is to happen by this year's end. Okay. And you just seen in that video I played for you, how that guy was going into how, they did the studies and they found that 90% of the population would die, all right, in the case of blackouts lasting 9 months or longer. Okay, he said 6 to 9 months, okay, which really, I mean, that's not really a long time, man. Okay, that's not really a long time at all when you take into consideration all of the other just sheer atrocities that are going to be playing out. You know, there's going to be a lot more going on, all right, that people are going to deal with than just blackouts, man. Okay. And that's the reason why the Most High say he's going to make a speedy riddance of all that dwell in the land. Okay. Ultimately going into them nukes, all right, that are going to be shot off. But when he brings about these blackouts, man, that's going to be it. Okay. And you had that video circulating, all right, of that guy. Like last week, all right, brothers was posting it, man. You had that guy who pretty much gave you the rundown, the A to Z when these elites collapse the dollar, all right? Which, if you understand it, they're going to collapse that dollar to bring about that CBDC, all right? I want to find that video. All right, Khan, this is this video here.
Snuck it in.
All right, you had this Edomite, man. He pretty much saying everything that, you know, the elders and apostles and brothers have been saying for years. All right. You know, how they're going to cause the dollar to collapse imminently. All right. And that's the thing is that these things are now being hastened. Okay. To where it's not going to be a year, 2 years away, man. No, these things are likely to happen by this year's end. Okay. Let me play a little bit of this video in case you haven't seen it. All right.
Dollar's going away. The U.S. currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. Put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in, a big, 10,000 page bill where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits. So people are asking me what's going on with the U.S. dollar. I'm sure most of you are aware by now. If you're not, go ahead and let you in on it. The dollar's going away. The U.S. currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. We will put in what's called a CBDC, which is a programmable digital currency. They've been working on that for several years. Another name for it is Biden bucks, some people are calling it. So cash is going away. And if you're If you've not been made aware up till now, if you've not seen any news reports, because the media is mainly blacking this out, so you don't really know what's going on. But all the leaders around the world are telling everyone to dump the dollar, and their citizens are following suit. So what that's going to do is just destroy the value of our currency. It will go to basically zero, just like Venezuela. If you want to see what's going to happen here, look at what happened to Venezuela when its dollar collapsed or its currency collapsed. That's exactly what's coming here. So everyone needs to be aware of this. They also, in another component, put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in, a big 10,000 page bill, where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits, and there's no guarantee or even law that says they have to give it back. So this is already happening in other countries around the world. Banks are being burnt to the ground, and the media has a complete blackout on it. So that's how you know it's something they don't want you knowing about. They want you.
You see that? So you see that, man? So look, and that's why with this Fed Now system that's literally launching, I believe it's tomorrow, as of the date of this video, July 1st, they already said how with that Fed Now system, they're going to be able to freeze you Americans' bank accounts, man. They're going to be able to freeze your accounts, and like he just said, they don't even got to get that money back. You see, so what happens when the banks limit cash withdrawals as they try to diminish it out of circulation and freeze your bank accounts, man? They ultimately end up forcing you to adopt the CBDC. You see, they gonna force you people to adopt that shit, man. And that's why the blackouts they're gonna use blackouts, whether they blame it on the solar storm, okay, whether they blame it on the EMP attack from China or Russia, different attacks on the substations like that was happening last year over here in America, right? It don't matter what they blame it on, man. You just got to be prepared for these blackouts that's coming. And these things are going to last longer than a day, longer than a week, man. Okay? Because when you got to understand when whatever event they pull, whatever Black Swan event they pull, these grocery stores are instantly going to be ran out, man. These people are going to run through these grocery stores, all right? And they say it's going to only take 24 hours, and them shit's going to be emptied out, man. You see? So, hey, man, I can see why it's going to be a speedy thing, because it's going to be just go, 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 man. All right? People about to bug the hell out. That's why I constantly see articles talking about billions of dollars have left the banks because of them two major banks that collapsed early this year, man. People have no more trust. These people have lost trust, man. They don't trust in these banks, because they know that 2008 crisis, that financial crisis, is about to happen again, but this time it's going to be a lot worse, man. Okay, it's like he mentioned the collapse that happened in Venezuela when you deal with the financial crash of 2008. This is going to be a lot worse, man. Preceding the prophecy, okay, and these different analysts, all right, tell you that this is going to be the worst, all right. And so, like, I wanted to grab this article because it tells you that this solar maximum or whatever this these different things that was to occur, all right, it's happening 2 years early, man, which will put it right at this year, okay, the end of this year. It says the sun is becoming more active and may reach peak activity sooner than expected. So you pair that with this hot fucking weather we're already dealing with, man. We've just officially entered in a summer. What was it, last week or a couple weeks ago? So it's already hot. It's hot and humid, okay? And we know what happened a couple years ago, all right, when it got all hot and it was, coming with the narrative of that energy crisis. They was trying to get people to cut back on, energy usage, okay? Knowing people cranking up the AC, all right? Well, man, in the case of blackouts, when these things occur, man, there ain't gonna be no AC. There ain't gonna be nothing, all right? There ain't gonna be no social media, okay? There's gonna be none of those things, man. And then we're gonna make the perfect scenarios, all right, for people to act belligerent, all right, and for anarchy to break out, man, okay? Because for them to roll out the CBDC, that new infrastructure to roll out that charagma, they got to cause all hell to break out, man. You got to understand that. And these devils use what they call, Black Swan events to cause some type of crisis, all right, and to get, a certain reaction out of the people in order for them to further their agendas, man. But it says solar maximum was predicted to happen in 2025, but sunspot activity has changed that. An unusual burst of sunspots this year suggests solar maximum could hit by the end of 2023, man. So the Most High was like, fuck that. I'm speeding this thing up. All right. He's speeding up he's shortening the days for the elect's sake, man. To where these devils, we know they got that 2030 agenda. The Most High, man, I don't believe that the Most High is going to allow them devils to get that far. Okay. We just had last week, man, you had heavy reports of American military all around the U.S., man. They said in 28 states, okay, even parts of Canada, right? You see? So we don't have that long, man. These devils, they put these different dates on things that they want to accomplish, and the Most High is liable, all right, to change that shit, just like this, for example, they was expecting 2025, but now they're changing it. Which, these devils lie about numbers all the time, all right? But the Most High is showing us, man, that look, it's about to go down, okay? When you got these different, some of these guys might be insiders, these different whistleblowers and shit. But when you're being warned on this high level of blackouts, okay, impending blackouts and grid failures and shit like that, the fact that they just went out and said that they gave government of different government legislative officials, senators and things like that, those satellite phones. Cause when the grid go down, you ain't able to hop on your phone, man. You ain't gonna be able to hit up your loved ones or none of that shit. So they gave them different government officials them satellite phones, man, to prepare for what's coming. You see, so that, hey, man, you've been warned, man. Hey, cause these blackouts, man, these things are coming. We know the Most High tells us that he's going to smite Egypt again with plagues. All right. So the first time he smote the ancient Egypt with 3 days of darkness. So that darkness this time, man, it's going to last longer than 3 days. All the food in the refrigerator going to spoil if you don't use the shit. All right. The water's eventually going to stop running. Okay. A lot of, these different hydroelectric dams ain't gonna be able to work without electricity, man. The sewage system, this place is built on electricity, man. Like, so whenever they pretty much, like Jenga, man, when they remove that piece, right, all of this shit is gonna collapse, man. All of it's gonna crash, and they're gonna do that, all right, because they wanna bring out that CBDC, man. These devils are anxious to roll out that Karagma, okay. That's why over there in Nigeria, they've limited the amount of cash you can withdraw over there in Nigeria, man, to a certain amount each week. So those different restrictions and limitations are coming, man, all the way to the point to where they just gonna freeze your whole account and prevent you from getting your money out, man. That's why people have been running to these banks, okay. In Nigeria, they've already rolled out their digital, they call it the e-naira, right? Cities in China that are already paying workers with digital yuan, digital money. So digital money, man, that's the next step. And to bring that about, they will crash this shit, man. You see, and they're going to entice a lot of you people to accept that digital money when, think about it. When there's purge, when the purge is happening and cash is no longer a thing, okay? When they, begin to make cash obsolete, people are going to be looking for a way out, man. And your salvation is going to come at a cost, man. And then that cost is going to be that damn chip, all right? Which we obviously close as hell, man. And they warning, we're going to have these blackouts by the end of this year. Lord willing, it happens, man. Okay, you also had another video by Dabu 7, okay? Is the internet apocalypse coming? See, pretty much saying the same shit that this article is going into. All right, so get ready, man. Get ready, man. Brothers, stay stay on alert. We're gonna keep watching out. All right. But this collapse, man. This shit is imminent. All right. And I believe it was this guy here. Yeah, he said how, you know, this shit's not, these things are not gonna be you know, like a long time away, man. You know, like 6 months, you know, weeks to months. I don't know an exact date, but just be ready for a random event, man, to completely change, you know, your day-to-day life, man. All right. But anyways, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Give all praises unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, Bashem Hakadash, DTAY Baba Ball, Shalom.
To be unaware of what's coming. So here's what I'll give you a timeline, okay? In July, they will roll out what's called the FedNow system. Now that is basically a payment processing system similar to PayPal or something like that. So from now on, right after that, they'll implement the digital currency. They'll crash the dollar, and then they'll let chaos reign for a few months. I don't know, a few weeks, few months, who knows? I can't tell you exactly how long it'll take, but they need rioting to go on. They need stores to be empty, which that'll only take 3 days after the dollar collapses. You're gonna need to have 3 months of food, you know, water, just necessary supplies, because stores will empty out very quickly. Think back to when the COVID scam was going on and how fast people rushed and emptied out stores. Okay, well now just imagine money getting cut off. You have no access, the banks are closed, they will not reopen during this. There's no ATMs that will work. You're just out of cash. There'll be looting, there'll be rioting. It's gonna be crazy for a little bit, and they need that. They need that chaos going on so they can force you into the digital dollar system, okay? The